So yesterday I converted everything to Roth. Everything. All right. So my entire portfolio now is in a Roth. I have a little bit over in my brokerage account. My brokerage account is really my to pay my taxes account. I just set up every 2 weeks. I got 2,000 bucks a month going to M1 into VTI, and I just plug it in there until the year's over. Then I pay the taxes. So 2,000 a month, and I don't whatever's left over I keep in there. If I owe more, then I got to take more out. But anyway, so now everything is in a Roth. I can't believe it. Can't flip and believe it. I got freaking huge taxes to pay. This year, 2023, I got to pay huge taxes for what I converted last year. 2024, I got to pay huge taxes what I converted the year before. I did no conversions in 2020, like an idiot, man, like a freaking idiot, man. I told everybody, do the conversions, and your old buddy Josh didn't even do it. Now, I don't have the cash to pay all these taxes. Let's just put it this way. So I'm going to put it on my home equity line of credit. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm putting it on my. We'll see how much I owe. Let's just say I owe $25,000. I have literally no idea. And I'm not saying just for the conversion. I'm saying when all is said and done, how much taxes do I owe? Because I pay quarterly, but I usually I don't pay a huge amount, so I always end up owing something, a small penalty as well. And I don't like that. I like to get money back just because it makes me feel better. But I just no way. Because I don't know. When you're self-employed, you don't know what your income is going to be. You have no idea what you're going to get in the future, which is freaking scary, dudes. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so point being is now that I have all my taxes, and my taxes aren't behind me, I'm literally digging out of them, but never have to worry about it again. So what happens here is I use my cash. Let me just give you an example. I was talking to these people yesterday. Hubby is making like 120. Wife is making like 50, 170. Very just regular people, man, up in Illinois. They're crushing. And they're just a couple years older than me. In fact, I think she's my age. I think I'm actually older than her, which is nuts. I can't believe I'm now dealing with clients who are my age. It's crazy. Like, I've been in this business a long time. If you would have told me, oh yeah, you'll be dealing with clients your age, I said, nah, it's crazy, because it always was people who were about to retire. And I was in my 30s and my 40s, and now I'm in my 50s. I'm starting to get people that are close to my age. It's weird, man. Anyway, and these people got a couple more years yet. But the issue is they got 170 coming in, and obviously they got FICA taxes, they got income tax, all that. So they're not netting 170, just FYI. But let's just say after all that, 401k contributions, they're netting 120. So we're running these plans, and I'm like, oh, how much do you think you spend? He's putting a lot of to his 401k. And it's, well, we're basically breaking even, so I guess 120, 10,000 a month. I said, you really spend 10,000 a month? They go, well, we don't have a budget, we don't go without, and they're pretty. When I say simple, they're not highfalutin people. They have a nice house, $400,000, but they're not living large in terms of they get all the finest amenities. They're just regular folks. You know what I'm saying? And long story short, it's like, well, and that's the issue, is you spend to your income. And so we're modeling the fund, and they didn't know what their expenses were, and I don't know what my expenses are. But anyway, so we're modeling expenses. We're saying, you really think you're going to be spending $10,000 a month in retirement once the kids are out of the house, all that stuff? The mortgage is paid off? No, they're not going to be. The only reason they're doing it now is because that's their income. We spend to the extent of our income. I'm just telling you right now. So, oh boy, hold on a second. Charlotte just texted me something about Finney. What did Finney do this morning? Oh boy, hold on just a second. Let's see what she texted me. I want to see what old Finney was up to. What old Finney McGee was up to. Oh. He went from the floor over here to Kevin's bedroom, to Chloe's bedroom, and now in our bedroom. That is classic. Oh my goodness! Look at this picture, man. Oh man, look. He's in Kevin's bedroom. Oh man, now he's in. I guess that's an our bedroom there. Oh, and now he's right over here. And Pablo's on my lap. Look at this. There's Benedict. And then, can you all see Pablo? You might not be able to see him. That's Pablo right there on my lap. Oh, it's 32 degrees out, man. I would take these guys for a WALK. I can't say it or else they'll go crazy. But it's freaking cold outside, man. Anyway, what the hell was I talking about? Oh, so you spend to the extent of your income. And so what I mean by that is right now I'm making money, more money than I ever thought possible. I'm not going to say it's not deserved. We all are blessed regardless. It is what it is, man. I work hard. If I'm not guilty of the money I make, I'm not, as I deserve it. It is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Will it continue on? I have no clue. Would I be better waiting to do conversions? I have no clue. I just know that the one thing, I'm just telling you right now, well, not the one thing, there are many things, but one of the things that I always see in financial planning is when it comes to retirement, when the income stops, one of the biggest bills people have is taxes. If everything is in a retirement account, a pre-tax retirement account. I mean, you always have that burden on you, 12, 15, 20%. You're always, behind the eight ball when it comes to taxes and retirement if you have big 401k and IRAs. Now, you might not spend that much, and that's fine. And then the RMDs are going to get you the older you get. But I mean, you can't avoid it, man. That's the issue. And I would rather pay the taxes while I have the money coming in is good, and that doesn't mean it continue to be. So it's a leap of faith, I grant you. But so anyway, what's going to happen? Let's just say I need $25,000. I don't have $25,000 in cash. I need an extra $25,000 to pay these taxes. I'm going to put it on a credit card. I'm going to balance transfer over. I got a thing from PenFed today that you get a 0% balance transfer for the next 12 months. All right, and I'll pay that sucker off. But hopefully, I don't know. Let's say I got a Navy Fed balance transfer 2.99 for 18 months. Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'll put it on. Let's just say I got $25,000. Put it on the credit card, 2.99% balance transfer, and then I'll just pay that off at $2,000 a pop a month if I have the money to do so. You know what I'm saying? If not, we'll have to figure this out later. But I'm just telling you, getting the tax man off just for me, it might not be for you, but for me, getting the tax man off your back is huge. When we moved to Texas, I had everything in a Roth, and we had no flipping money. I cannot. I just the markets got crushed. You know what I'm saying? I owed something. I can't remember what it was. I had to come up with like $15,000 or something because my firm, it was Legg Mason Smith Barney. They had given us money for, I can't remember what it was, but somehow they said I owe them I had to pay back $10,000 because they trained me, or I can't remember. And I was like, dude, I didn't have to. It was weird, man. And I think I fought it, and ultimately, I can't remember I just remember I needed to come up with some money to get these guys off my back. This is in the middle of the chaos, and they were on me like white on rice. They said, you owe it. That's what it was. They said, you owe us $50,000 because we trained you, and now you left, take our training away. So now I already had my CFP before I came on you guys, so you didn't train me. And then they kind of said, look, give us $10,000 and we'll settle. I said, okay. I had no money to hire an attorney. The markets were down. I just started a new gig at USAA. We needed a new car. I talked about this in my book, Strategic Money Planning, how just stressed we were financially. It was scary, dudes. I said, all right, $10,000. So I had my Roth IRA. That's all I had. You know what I'm saying? It was all contributions, and we had no gains because the market was down. I said, let me take those suckers out, and I gave them to Smith Barney. Literally wiped me. I had no money. I had a job, thankfully, you know what I'm saying, but I had no money, hardly any equity because I used a VA loan to buy our house in Texas. And, it turned out okay. But I tell you, man, if I would have had to pay tax on that, that would have sucked, dude. You know what I'm saying? And it probably wouldn't have been that, well, yeah, it would have been because I was making money back then. So even though I had 4 kids, I still had an income. And I just, anyway, the point being is, let's just say 2 years from now, I don't make any money and I still have a tax bill to pay. Well, then I just take it out of my Roth. Now, what will be is I'll have to pay a penalty because I'm under the age of 59 and a half, right? I won't have to pay income tax on that because I've already paid the income tax, but I will have to pay a penalty. And of course, if I have any growth, I'll have to pay a tax and a penalty on that growth. But the principle, because I've already paid the income tax, that is gone. I won't have to pay ordinary income tax on taking money out of the principal. I just have to pay a penalty because I'm under the age of 59 and a half. All right, so just keep that in mind. When you're doing a conversion, you get the tax and you're under the age of 59 and a half. You still have to pay the penalty until you're 59 and a half. You don't have to pay the income tax because the income tax is behind you. I hope that makes sense. So the income tax is behind you because I'm paying it right now. So anyway, so going forward, I have no more pre-tax money. It's all tax-free. Look, it's about survival, dudes. And I know you can say, and look, rightly so. But Josh, if you didn't do that, you would have had $25,000 extra in a brokerage account. I get that, man. 100% I get it. I'm trying to pay the tax, man, while the money's good. And when the money goes south, because it will at some point, I don't want to have to be obligated to pay the tax man. You see what I'm saying? And lastly, I know you're sitting there thinking, many of you guys, who are naysayers, and it's okay. You're sitting here thinking to yourself, yeah, but when in a situation where the money's no good and I pull out of my IRA, I'll be in a low tax bracket. Thus, I won't have to pay that much in tax. Oh, no. That's what I didn't think this, but that's what you would think. In 2017, 18, whatever, when I started this business, I didn't make any money. We had no earned income, $20,000. I pulled $100,000 out of my 401k plan, which was in an IRA, in which to pay, because we have a family of 6, my friends. So that might be high to you. That's okay. But that's what I needed to get by for the next year. I pulled $100,000 out. Remember, I was in a low tax bracket. I was in a low tax bracket until I pulled that distribution out of my IRA. And then it cost me $130,000 taxes and penalty to net $100,000 of living expense. I'll never forget that. I said, damn, $100,000, it ain't $100,000, dudes. $100,000 immediately put me in the 12% tax bracket. And then you factor in another $30,000 I had to take out for taxes and penalties. You see what I'm saying? Whoo! So even if you're in a low tax bracket now, if you need $60,000, let's just say you're single and you need $60,000 a year to live on, right now you're in the 20. That right there is what I think that's a 22% tax bracket right there. Anyway, that's what I did. Love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to Doobie-Doo down below, and we'll see you on Locals for local subscribers at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks now.